Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite TV show host from your favorite TV show, What the Shell. My name is Thomas Combe, and today I want to talk about internet. We live in a world today where internet controls everything. Everything is run by technology. The way we work is on the internet. The way we communicate is on the internet. The way we play is on the internet, although that really isn't a new thing. My point is that life itself is being taken over by the internet, which that's not necessarily a bad thing. But what I want to know is, where in the shell is my perfect internet? That's right. I want to know where my perfect internet is. And yes, I expect perfect internet. Now you're probably saying, well, Thomas, you can't expect perfect internet. You just can't. That's not realistic. Why? Why is perfect internet not realistic? We live in a world where everything is run by the internet. Why should that not be a realistic expectation? Just because it's technology and it can fail? That's a dumbass excuse. If anything, we should have had it perfect a long time ago. Oh my goodness. I was sitting here, and the reason why this is up today is because I'm doing something else in my free time that requires me to stream on Twitch. I wanted to stream a tournament I was hosting somewhere else, and I did a little internet test today to see if the internet would be okay for tomorrow. Well, this right here was my results. Now get this. This is actually better than what had happened before. Before, it was giving me like 50% frame loss in the past 3 minutes. That is a downright joke. A joke. Like, are you kidding me? I would have took a picture of it, but I was too upset to before. I didn't come up with this idea beforehand to take a picture, but my point is that this is ridiculous. In my personal opinion, we should have not done anything with the internet. We shouldn't have brought the internet into any aspect of our lives until it was perfect. And some internet companies are doing well. One of my good friends, I won't mention his name, has something along the lines of Sunset Internet or something like that. That's what it used to be. Now it's something broadband. I'll probably ask him later what it is. But once he switched to that internet, I have never once heard him complain about his internet service. Not once. And he used to complain before about his internet whenever his friends would be over, using up all of the internet. Now he can simply just use his internet whenever he wants to, despite the amount of people that are there using it. Which is how every internet company should be. And it's ridiculous that it's not. Especially, and I'll mention it for the third time again, especially because that's what the world revolves around. The world revolves around the internet, which means that in order for that kind of society to work, the internet needs to work. Now, I have a company. Well, I don't have a company. My internet company that I use is Vyve Broadband. And personally, I would never suggest this company to anyone who wants to have any internet experience ever, unless you're just looking to be disappointed all of the time. Do not go to Vyve Broadband. And this could be because I'm in a part of the world where internet isn't really... I don't live in a city. I live in more of like a town or something like that. But even still, the internet should be perfect because, again, our society revolves around the internet. It should work whether you're in the busiest part of the city or if you're in the middle of the jungle in Nowhere's Land. And that's just my beliefs on it. There's a lot of people who would tell me, and a lot of my friends that would tell me to expect internet to be perfect all the time is outrageous. But, you know, it's... You have to expect the internet to be perfect. Because what happens if you're at a job interview or something like that, or let's say you need to post about your month's weekly profits or something like that. I don't know. I'm not in the business company, so I wouldn't know diddly or squat about it. But we'll just say you have to post something to your boss by a certain time. Oh, your internet goes out. That's okay, I'll just wait for it to get better and then post it. Internet's still not up. Still not up. Turns out that it's going to be out for the entire week. Well, you can't do that because it's due by Thursday. What are you supposed to do? Call your internet company and complain? I mean, that's what I do. You call your internet company and complain, but if they're predicting that it's going to be down for a week, you know that there's a whole bunch of people already complaining, so that's not really gonna do much. Now, I don't know what all goes on in the internet company to make everything work how it should. I don't know what all goes into that. All I know is that you should have to have some sort of higher education in order to do that. At least in my opinion. If you're doing something, and I'll probably make a counter of how many times I mention this, but it is such an important detail that it would be inappropriate if I didn't mention this a lot. But if you're going to be dealing with something that pretty much controls everything in our society now, you have to have at least some sort of higher education. And you probably do. I'm just saying that I don't know what goes on in the internet company. But what I do know is that my internet should not be going down every time there is any fluctuation in the weather. That is bullcrap. And it's unexcusable. It's inexcusable that we are having these kinds of problems. Unacceptable that the internet goes down anytime there's any fluctuation in weather. I cannot have Mother Nature deciding when my internet is going to work. Because I go to college, and I have to turn things in at a specific time, and if my internet is down and I can't do that, oh well. I don't want to say oh well, but that's how it is. The internet companies have got to start changing. They have got to start setting their priorities straight. Because the service we're getting now is absolutely inexcusable. It should be working all the time. And again, you know, I don't know what goes on in those internet companies, but all I know is that the people who are in charge of the internet, especially over at Vyve Broadband, either A, do not know how to do their jobs, or B, they don't give enough of a shit to do their jobs. Which is really, really hurtful to hear. It's really painful to hear. Anyway, this has been my rant for... I don't really have a schedule for this channel, I just kind of do whatever, but this has been my rant, so... yeah. Hopefully the internet will get better, or, even better, we could go back to pencil and paper and how things used to be. I don't see that happening in any future, so let's just hope that the internet companies decide to pull their heads out of their asses so that we can get back to doing what we're supposed to be doing. I have been your host, Thomas Combe, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of What the Shell.